Figure I'd make a quick video of the 2016 BMW X5 50i. Just got done doing spark plugs on this car. It's a V8 twin turbo. Before I started this, I did some research and tried to find videos on how to complete the spark plugs job on this car. And I was unable to find some videos, but basically some people were just talking and just didn't show exactly how and what tools are needed to get this done. I just got done with this, and it took me about an hour and a half. If you understand how the basic tools work and what you need to take out, and yeah, it's really not that hard. You can do this in your garage or outside if the weather is good. Just wanted to show you exactly how to do this. I'll just guide you in this video. I'm not really going to take anything apart, just because I just got done putting everything together and I'm basically done. So what you need to do is first gather some tools. The tools you will need, obviously you're going to need a wrench. You need a torque wrench. Then you need 2 extensions, preferably one long, one short. You need a little bit of swivel. You need a 14. This I got from AutoZone. It's a 14. It's a 12 point. It's a thin wall. You need this. If you don't have one, you cannot get these spark plugs out. It's very difficult. As you can see, these are all the plugs that I've taken out and replaced. You also need an Allen socket. It's a 3/16. This also I got this from Harbor Freight. It's not that expensive. You also need a T30. I think it's a hex. I think that's what they're called. So this is a T30, and this I believe is T25. So T30 and T25 is what you're going to need, and I'll show you where you're going to need these as well as this. But the tools mostly used were obviously these 2 wrenches, long extension, socket, and swivel. First thing you want to do is get these out, cover out. It's very easy it comes out. Obviously they're locked into these. They're about 5 or 6, I believe, and you just basically pull them out. Be careful when you're pulling it out. You don't want to pull too much where you break the plastic. Be very, very careful. Once you're done with that, you can see there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. In this video, it's gonna look like it's very difficult. Oh, it's hard. It's really not. There's enough room here. You don't need to take any of this out. I did not take any of this out. This is my first time ever doing this job on a BMW V8 twin turbo, and before I did this, I was panicking. I was like, crap, I don't want to spend hours and hours in the garage. You know, there's no videos. How am I going to do this? Literally took me an hour and a half and got this done. So unclip, obviously it's very easy. Pull out, push the plug out. So you have to pull the plug out already. So it's very easy. Pull the plug out. I'm just gonna put it back together. Once you pull it out, what I did was, these are in there, like these coils, they're stuck in there. So what I did was, I stuck a long extension in between these. As you can see, my finger, stick it in there, use 2 hands and just slowly pull them out, pull them out. They should come out. Just, if you have to use a little bit force, just be careful. You don't want to break these. But I did them pretty much for all of them. I used an extension, stuck them in there, and just basically use 2 hands and then slowly pull them out, and they came out. So do that. Just take this plug out, take the coil out. Once you get the coil out, use the extensions, 2 extensions, use the socket, and once you loosen them, they don't have magnets in them, so you do have to use a long extension magnet. This is what I used, and it worked wonders. So just make sure that once you loosen it out all the way, stick this in there, pull the spark plug out, stick it back in, and new plug in, and then just hand tighten it first with the long extension and the socket. And then once you're done with that, tighten it using a torque wrench, and it's 17 foot-pounds of torque. Make sure you have that correct. You don't want to over tighten it where you're damaging the threads on this thing, and then obviously stripping it. You don't want to do that. That's then it just gets more complicated than from there. So do that for each individual one. The back one, you're going to need to use the small extension with the swivel. Get it in there. Once you get it in there, put the socket on, and then loosen it all the way, and then obviously use this, get it out. This side, the driver's side, literally took me 30 minutes to do it. If not, I think about 45 max. That's me taking my sweet time, making sure that I don't break anything. And yeah, it's very easy, very easy. Shouldn't take you that long on the driver's side. The passenger side gets a little complicated. One is, this one's hidden behind all these plugs. Then you have one back here that's hidden behind this, another one hidden back there, and then another one hidden back there. What you need to do is the hex tool sockets that I mentioned, the T25 goes in this one, take it out. This just pops out. There's a little thing that this one sits on. Just pop out. Make sure these are just undo. Just pull them out. And once you pull them out, you can actually set this aside. You can bring it all the way up here and just set it aside, so you have a lot of room over here to play with. Once you do that, just move these plugs aside, unplug them, take the plugs out, and same concept. But see if you can get that little extension in there between this hole in this hole of the plug, and slowly pull it out. Make sure you're clear of the other wires. You do not want to pull it with the other wires, and then you're gonna basically pull unknown wires, and then you're in trouble. Do each individually, one by one. Obviously, I took this one out, and then once I took this out, I had enough room for the two, and then I went ahead and took the third one out and did all three at the same time, instead of doing one by one, just because I didn't know how complicated it was gonna get. I just got carried away and just took one out. This one, these two you have so much room once you take this piece out, and yeah, it should be very easy. Back when you're gonna need a swivel to get in there. Make sure you have good extension and swivel. Just be patient, get in there, and slowly loosen up. I didn't take that piece out right here. This piece right here that you're seeing in the camera, I did not take that bolt out and did not loosen it. I think that's a ground, or if not, I think it is a ground. It's a black wire. I think it's a ground. I didn't want to take a chance, take that out, and then accidentally drop that bolt and, you know, go about. So, I mean, there's enough room. You can do it. I've done it. You should be able to do it. Also, the Allen that I was mentioning, there's one right there. You are going to need to take this bracket out. There's an Allen right there on that bracket. It's a 3/16. Then you have the T30, which is one over there, and then I believe there's another Allen right there. So 2 Allens and the T30, and then you also have this one right here. So once you take all that out, you should have plenty of room here to get to these coils, and it should be easy. Honestly, it did take me about an hour and a half, and I think, yeah, about an hour and a half, closer to. That's me taking my time, resting a little bit, enjoying music, and making sure that I don't break anything. And then make sure everything goes back the way it's supposed to, and just double check everything. Make sure you have everything goes where it needs to go, like this. Make sure it's pushed in all the way. Also, I did forget to mention, I did undo this plug, and then this plug should just pop out. Just take it out just so you have enough room for the wires and all that stuff. If you want to, you don't necessarily need to. I did it as a precaution because I think it's because these two wires over here, I pulled it aside so that way I can get to that particular coil. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave me questions in the comments, and I'll be happy to help you, assist, guide you if needed. But other than that, good luck, enjoy, have fun, take your time, no rush. It should all work out. All right, thank you.